Hey, what's up, family? So, I just wanted to get on here this morning and have a quick car conversation, right? So it's been about a week since I've posted, and I just wanted this to be a raw, authentic video. Just talk about some things, and I wanted to talk about the season when God is calling you for expansion, but you feel like you're in a stagnant place, right? Like you feel like you've done so much healing, you've done so much growing, you've done so much expanding in a short amount of time that where you're currently at, rather that be the house that you're in, rather that be the city that you're in, or rather that be a relationship that you're in, and chances are, though, if you've had an awakening or God has called you for a season of expansion, chances are, if you did have a relationship that you were in that you weren't meant to be in, that God has probably separated you from that, right? And that is one thing that I have noticed is, in this situation that I'm in right now, I had something that they call a Kundalini awakening, and it can trigger so many things in your mind, body, and spirit. And maybe you've even experienced this and you just don't know that that's what the experience was. But it's pretty much like an awakening where it happens so drastically and so fast that your body, mind, and spirit is like overwhelmed by the level of growth and energy that is going through you, right? And it can cause a lot of anxiety. It can cause even a season of depression, because so many things will fall away from your life at such a rapid rate. The person that I was 3 or 4 years ago is an entirely different human being than the person I am right now. And that's all the way around, that's my mind, my body, my spirit, my circle, the places that I go, the food that I eat, the thoughts that I carry, the vibration that I carry, the things that I'm seeking, right? Like, it's insane, how rapidly I have changed. It was like, it was like 30 years of trauma, 30 years of hardship, 30 years of a certain mindset and vibration that I was operating in, literally in a 4-year span, just poof, transformed, right? And it sounds like a quick and easy process, but it's not. It's a true breaking down of the mind, body, soul, and spirit. Like, the process can be very, very difficult. And a lot of times we can feel like we are in this process alone and that nobody understands what we are going through. Because, like, if it's anything like what I went through, in the circumstance that I went through, every single human being that I knew, for the most part, fell away and out of my life. I no longer was friends with them. And there is certain ones that I still talk to and am friends with, that I work with. You know, and even with a lot of them, you know, it's not that they are not my friends or that they are bad people or anything like that. It's just I'm in this weird place where it's like everything that I am focused on is completely different than what they are focused on. You know, like, I'm just super focused on healing my mind, body, and spirit. I'm super focused on getting my health in check in all ways. And it's hard for me to engage in a lot of small conversation, small talk. You know, if it's things that don't push me in the direction that I want to go, it's hard for me to engage in it. And I can still joke around, laugh around, talk a little shit, you know, that's just my nature. But to talk about it day in, day out, I gotta have some type of level of conversation that's going to expand my mind, that's going to push me in a direction, that's going to help me grow. You know, and that's one thing that I'm learning right now, is that God has put it on my spirit, on my mind, that not only me, but you guys and some of the people who may watch my content, or that may be watching this for the first time, may be in this type of season where you know that you're meant for more. You know that you're meant to expand. You know that God is calling you to bigger things, bigger places. But it seems like you're stuck in a place right now. You know, like for me, even, I've been doing a lot of studying and working on the same business thing that I've been working on. And on the side, I also do these videos, you know, just to help people grow, to help myself have a community of people to speak to, of like-minded individuals, you know. And I know that God is telling me in my spirit that something big is coming. And it's hard to separate the two, you know, like what you see in the physical around you, the town that I'm in, the job that I'm in, the people that I'm around, you know, maybe, you know, like it's you're stuck in a place where it's like you can no longer grow in that area. But at the same time, God keeps telling you in your spirit that you're meant for more and that it's time for expansion. And that can be a very difficult season to be in. You know, it's like where you have to have blind faith in yourself, and where you have to truly learn who you are and what your mission is, and figure out what direction that you're supposed to go during this season. You know, and it can be hard because you feel like you want to grow, you want to expand, you want to take things to the next level, but maybe you're stuck in this position that you're in right now, maybe financially, which that's how it is for me right now, where it's like, you know, God's telling me that I'm going to end up moving to a bigger place where there's more opportunity, where maybe I can find a wife or a relationship partner that can help me expand, that we can expand together, and that I can truly lead her and myself into our purpose. know. And one thing I've noticed is this small town that I'm in. If you don't know, I'm from Ohio. Well, I'm actually from Texas. I was born in Texas, but I've been in Ohio most of my life since I was about 8 years old. And I think my spirit is leading me back. I don't know if it's Texas, but I'm leaning towards if that's where it could be. But I don't know. I just know that it's expansion. I just know that it's a bigger place. And I don't know if maybe that's what my destiny was I got moved to Ohio to face certain trials and tribulations, and had a complete breaking down of who I was. And now that I don't have any more friends really here, I realize that a lot of the women here aren't on the same vibration as me. And I'm not saying not all of them, because I have met some that do have spiritual sight, that do have that same type of mindset that, where they want more. They have the growth mindset. They're focused on spiritual things. They're focused on God. They're focused on growth. They're focused on health and gym. They are out there, but it's very few far in between, And I really haven't been fully focused on the woman thing. It's more on the, business opportunities where I can grow and be around more like-minded individuals, a bigger place where more people are on that same type of time that I'm on, right? Because that's literally all I'm focused on is growth, expansion, health, wealth, spiritual things. That's all I'm focused on. And in this little town that I'm in, it's very, very, very rare to find people that are on that type of time. 90% of the time, if I'm going to find somebody that's on that, it is not going to be in this town that I'm in. And that's because it's so few far in between. Like, it's very rare that I see people around here on that. And if they are on that, maybe they're isolated and they don't put themselves out there. So maybe they're just not in that season of their life where it is time to meet new people, Because for me, that's kind of where I'm at. I was in a season of isolation for what I would say is 4 years of isolation, damn near. Like, I would get out and go out to eat and stuff like that every once in a while, conversate with people here and there. But for 95% of the time, I was in an isolation where I was literally just focused on mind, body, spirit, and growth, And I can tell that I'm kind of coming out of that season right now. It's weird how God will speak to you and let you know in your spirit when that season's coming before it even comes, because He will make your body crave new things, because it's like, now I'm craving, instead of craving isolation and solitude and healing and growth, since I already went through that season for 4 years, it's like now my mind, body, and soul is craving connection, expansion. I'm craving connection with new people that are like-minded, people that have the same mindset as me. And so now I'm trying to find communities and create communities where us men and women with the same type of mindset can connect together and vibe. A vibe tribe, whatever you want to call it. And I feel like that's very important right now in this season for me. You know, and maybe you're in the same season right now. And if not, maybe you're in your isolation season where you know that you can go back to this video, go back to this, and realize that I too went through this season. You know that you will go through a season after your isolation where you'll feel like now God's calling you to connect with other people. He's calling you to be able to help spread that message of growth that you had, help spread that love that you've gained, that healing that you've gained. All the love and healing and growth that I've had in these 4 years, when you get out of that isolation season, you're going to crave connecting with other people to help, either help them grow and truly get that healing, that mindset, that love that you have gained in the season of isolation that you have been in. You're going to want to use that to help others, and you're going to crave that. That's how you're going to know that it's from God. You know, so stop worrying about what does God want me to do. You're going to know when the time is right. That's the problem with us, is we become impatient and we try to press the issue too much. We become too focused on what does God want me to do? He's going to let you know in the season when it's time what you need to do, because he's going to put that desire in your heart. He's going to, just like the season. What led you to isolation? Think about it. Truly think about it. When you went into isolation, it wasn't like God showed up in your bedroom and said, hey, you need to stay home. You need to stay in isolation and separate yourself from other people. No, you craved that. Your mind, body, and soul craved solitude. You craved healing. And naturally, you went into isolation. You went into that season. Naturally. Nothing had to force you to do it. You didn't have to force yourself to do it. It just happened naturally. That's how it happened for me. You know, and I realize that is vital to learn, because it helps us to let go and let God. Let go of the wheel. Let go of the force, because it gives you too much anxiety. It makes you worry too much. You're so worried about, what should I do? When's the right time? When this? When's that? You know, you want to keep asking God. And sometimes if God has you in a quiet place, it's because he wants you to sit in that. You know, I went through that as well in my season of isolation, where he didn't answer me. And, you know, I kept asking him what he wanted me to do. And since I didn't get an answer, it made me realize he wants me to stay in this season of quiet time, of isolation. That it's not always a time where you need a new answer, a new thing. And that's the problem, is this world makes us think that we always need some instant gratification. And sometimes he wants you to just sit in that season that you're in. When that season is up, you're going to know when that season is up. You're not going to have to force it. You're not going to have to ask God 1,000,000 times, what do you want me to do? What should I do next? Because he's going to put it on your heart. He's going to put it on the desire of your heart, that is what you're going to crave. Just like you'll know when the time is right for you to be in a relationship, because he's going to make you crave love with a woman or man. And it's going to be after your healing, after you've released and purged your old trauma. When you're ready. You know, for a man, it's going to be when you're ready to lead somebody. When you're ready to lead a woman to God, or lead a woman to growth and be her leader and truly help be a provider in her life, that's when he's going to give you the craving for that love and companionship with a woman. And for a woman, it's vice versa. It's more like when you're a woman that can be led, when you let your ego down and realize that when you find a man of God, when you find a man who's on this spiritual journey with you, you want him to be able to be a leader for you, to lead by example as a man, to be a strong man of God, to be a man that can help provide. And that doesn't mean that necessarily he has to be in a position to take care of you, which I do believe that us men of God should do, is take care of our woman 100%. But you know, right now the world's tough, and sometimes you need two incomes. But at least find that man of God that's focused on being able to take care of you and provide. You know, and a man of God should be, you know, he shouldn't be stuck stagnant. He should want to lead you. He should want to grow and expand as a man. You know, so if you're in that season, this video is getting kind of long. I could talk about this forever. But if you're in that season where you know it's time to expand, or any of the stuff that I said resonates with you, drop it in the comments. Let's talk about it. You know, and if you would like this video, share this video with someone that might need it, that you know could be going through the same. And you know, in the description I always leave my Cash App if you want to donate to the channel. You know, I believe that God will bless anybody that sows a seed. Or if you're just feeling generous and you want to donate, that's fine. You know, I hardly ever ask people to do so, but I thought I would just drop it in there. You know, because a lot of times I hardly ever bring it up, so a lot of people don't even know that that's an option. So yeah, if you want to do that, it'll be in the description for the chosen ones, or just people in expansion. So this video is getting long. I'm going to get up off here. You know, I love y'all. Never forget that. And I hope this helped somebody and resonated with somebody. You know, I always say, stay focused, stay positive, stay blessed, and keep the kingdom mindset. Salute.